What if a book revealed over 1,400 years ago described events that millions of people believe later happened exactly as predicted? Not one prophecy. Not two. Several. And whether you're Muslim, Christian, atheist, or just curious, these are some of the most talked about predictions in human history. Let's see why. Let's start with the biggest one. Around the year 614 AD, the Byzantine Empire, also known as the Romans, suffered a defeat against the Persian Empire. Everyone thought, they're finished. Imagine believing in a people who had just lost everything. Then, the Qur'an stated that the Romans would be victorious again within a few years. At the time, that sounded almost impossible. But within a few years, the Byzantines turned the war around and defeated the Persians. For Muslims, this is one of the clearest fulfilled prophecies in the Qur'an. Here's another one. When the early Muslims were facing immense hardship, the Qur'an promised they would return. Think about that. No army, no political power, no guarantee. Yet only a few years later, Mecca was peacefully conquered. For believers, that wasn't just military success. It was the fulfillment of a promise.
This is where it gets interesting. The Quran declared that Abu Lahab, one of Prophet Muhammad's strongest opponents, would reject Islam until his death.
Now here's the interesting part. If Abu Lahab wanted to challenge the Quran, he could have simply pretended to become Muslim. That would have made the prediction look false. But he never did. He died opposing Islam, a detail Muslims often point to as remarkable. The Quran also says that God himself would preserve this revelation. Fast forward 14 centuries. Millions have memorized it word for word. Ancient manuscripts still closely match the text used today. Muslims see this as another fulfilled promise. In the early days,
in the beginning, the Muslim community stood against much stronger enemies. Yet the Quran spoke of God's religion being established and spreading. Today, Islam is one of the world's largest religions, with nearly 2 billion followers across every continent.
For Muslims, that's another prophecy fulfilled through history. History can be interpreted in different ways. Believers see these events as undeniable evidence of divine revelation. Skeptics often argue they have natural explanations. But regardless of where you stand, these prophecies have been debated for centuries, and they continue to fascinate millions of people around the world. Sometimes, the most interesting conversations aren't about having the final answer. They're about asking the right questions. Which prophecy do you find the most interesting? Let me know below.